Hello everyone, welcome to the first lecture of sampling methods. In this lecture, we will going to see some basic definitions which will be used in this paper. So first definition is definition of population. Now definition of population is an aggregate of objects under study is called population. Aggregate means totality. Aggregate means totality. So the total and totality of objects under study is called population. Suppose, for example, we want to estimate average height of students from KTHM College Nasik. Then all students in KTHM College Nasik is our population. Suppose another example, we want to estimate annual income of a family of Nasik district. Then all families, look at this, then all families in Nasik district is our population. In industrial survey, all industries is a population. Another example, in a certain chemical reaction, the solution in a beaker is a population. So population depends on what you have to study. So this is the definition of population. Next definition is definition of sample. So definition of sample is any part of population under study is called sample. Now in above height measurement example, if we select some 100 students for height measurement, then this 100 student is called sample. Means suppose this is your population and we select from this population some 100 students, then this is called a sample. All right. Now next definition is what is meant by census method. Census method means to study the whole population, means to study the each and every individual in a population is called census method. Means suppose in above height measurement example, I measure height of each and every student. Then I had to use a census method. Now the question is why sampling or why sampling methods are used. So answer of this one is sometimes census methods are impracticable or census method is impracticable. Impracticable means practically not possible. Practically not possible. For example, suppose we want to check whether the existing set of bombs, whether existing set of bombs are good or not, then we can't explode all the bombs. So in this case, your census method is impracticable. Means practically it is not possible. And usually population is very large and it is difficult to study the whole population because of time, money, labor, organization. So to study if population is very large, then it require more time, more money. So that's why if population is very large, then we must have to take sample. So sometimes census method is impracticable. In that case, we must have to use sampling method. And sometimes population is usually very large. It require more time, money and other things. So in that case also we have to use sampling methods. In daily life also we use sampling to check whether food is properly cooked or not. Any food, suppose whether rice is properly cooked or not. We take some rice and on the basis of this we tell that whether the rice in container is properly cooked or not. So same thing, whether food is properly cooked or not, any food, we take some sample of food and on the basis of this sample we say that whether this food is properly cooked or not. So same thing we have to do here. From a population we have to take sample, and from on the basis of this sample we have to do conclusions about the population. So first sampling method is simple random sampling with replacement, and short form of this one is SRSWR. So simple random sampling with replacement definition is the sampling method is called SRSWR if units are selected according to following rules. First one is units are selected one by one. Means we cannot select all units at a time. We have to select units one by one. Units are selected at random. Means we have to select unit randomly. Biasness is not allowed. Then only we can use the statistics or statistical methods, statistical techniques. And another one is the units which has been selected must be replaced back in population before taking next unit. So in this method, suppose in height measurement example, I want to select some 100 students from this KTHM College Nasik for height measurement. Then I select randomly one student. I measure its height and replace back into population. Again, I will select one students randomly from this KTHM College Nasik for height measurement. I measure its height and I will replace back that unit in a population. So I will repeat this procedure for 100 times. Then I will get sample of size 100. So this is called the simple random sampling with replacement method. Now we will going to see some notations. Notations used in this sampling method. So first notation is capital N. Capital N means population size. Suppose in height measurement example, in KTHM College Nasik, suppose there are 10,000 students, then your capital N will be 10,000. Small n means sample size. Now, suppose we select some 100 students for height measurement, then small n will be 100. Capital YI. So we will going to use capital Y is for population and small y is for sample. So capital YI means value of value of ith population unit. Value of ith population unit. Small yi. Now small yi means value of ith sample unit. Small yi means value of ith sample unit. Now here it is value. What is my value? Value means in height measurement example, suppose capital Y1 means height of first student. Suppose first student height is 162 centimeter, then Y1 will be 162 centimeter. We cannot say it is a ith population unit. We are saying it is value of ith population unit. So if it is height measurement, then this will be suppose 162 centimeter. If it is a weight, then suppose y1 means weight of first student, and suppose weight of first student is 60 kg. So y1 will be 60 kg. So like that. So capital Y means value of ith population unit and small yi means value of ith sample unit. Now next notation is capital Y bar. Now capital Y bar means population mean. How to find population mean? Now you know how to find mean. Mean is sum of observations divided by total number of observations. Now total number of observations are n and sum of the observations will be summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Yi. So this means y1 plus y2 plus up to yn. So this is sum of the observations divided by total number of observations are n. Now if I send this n in this side, then summation of yi. This means population mean. And not population mean, it is means this means population total. So population total. I can write this as, if I send this in n in this side, and this will be n into y bar. Next notation is small y bar. Small y bar means sample mean. Just like your capital Y bar means population mean, so small y bar means sample mean. Now formula for small y bar is 1 upon small n summation I is equal to 1 to small n small yi. Next notation is sigma square. Sigma square means population variance. So population variance is obtained by using this formula. You know how to find variance. So 1 upon capital N summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Yi minus capital Y bar square. If I solve this, then I will get this like this: 1 upon n summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Y square minus Y bar square. Now if sigma square means population variance, so sigma means population standard deviation. So this is just positive square root of this sigma. So if I want to write formula for this one, then just take root of this one. Next notation is capital S square. Capital S square means population mean square. So population mean square formula is 1 upon, here it is n minus 1 summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Yi minus capital Y whole bracket square. Now if S square means population mean square, then S means population root mean square. Population root mean square. Alright. Now next notation is small s square. Small s square means sample variance. Now formula for sample variance is 1 upon small n minus 1 summation I is equal to 1 to small n small yi minus small y bar square. Now remember here it is not n, here it is n minus 1. If s square is sample variance, then what is meant by s? S means sample standard deviation. Now sample standard deviation is just a positive square root of this sample variance. So we had seen some notations. First notation is capital N means population size, small n means sample size, capital Yi means value of ith population unit, small yi means value of ith sample unit, capital Y bar is population mean and obtained by using this formula. Summation of yi means population total. Small y bar means sample mean and obtained by using this formula. So sigma square is population variance. So usually Greek letters are used for population. So sigma square is population variance and sigma means population standard deviation. S square is population mean square and here it is only divided by n minus 1. S means population root mean square and small s square means sample variance obtained by using this formula, and small s means sample standard deviation. So after these notations, note one thing, sigma square formula is 1 upon n summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Yi minus capital Y bar square, and population mean square formula is 1 upon n minus 1 summation I is equal to 1 to n capital Yi minus capital Y bar square. Now if I send this n in this side and this n minus 1 in this side and this n in this side, then I will get summation yi minus y bar square in both the equations, in both the formulas. So this means first note is n into sigma square will be n minus 1 into s square. Alright. Now under SRSWR, all possible samples are n raised to n. So in SRSWR, all possible samples will be capital N raised to small n. Alright. Now we will going to see theorem. So theorem is under SRSWR, probability of selecting any unit in any draw is 1 upon n. Or this theorem can be written like this also. Under SRSWR, probability that ith unit is selected in jth draw is 1 upon n. In SRSWR, after measuring first unit, we replace it back into population. So population size will remain same in all the draw. That's why probability of ith unit is selected in jth draw is 1 upon n, or probability of selecting any unit in any draw will be 1 upon n, because population size does not changes in any draw. So there is no proof for this one. Next theorem is under SRSWR, obtain unbiased estimator of population mean and population total. Or under SRSWR, prove that sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. Means here we have to prove, what is meant by unbiased estimator? Now suppose T is an estimator of theta. T is an estimator of population parameter theta. Then T is said to be unbiased estimator if expected value of T is equal to theta. So in this case, we want to prove sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. Means actually we have to prove expected value of small y bar is equal to capital Y bar. This means sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. Second one, prove that n into y bar is an unbiased estimator of population total. Means actually we have to prove expected value of n into y bar is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Y. So we have to prove this. So this is population total, and we have to prove n into y bar is a unbiased estimator of population total. So to write proof of this one, proof. Consider first one. Consider expected value of sample mean. Expected value of sample mean. Now expected value of sample mean means expected value of small y bar. Now small y bar, formula for small y bar is 1 upon n summation I is equal to 1 to n small yi. Take expectation inside the bracket. So I can write this as 1 upon n summation I is equal to 1 to n expected value of yi. I can take expectation directly inside this summation. Expected value of x1 plus x2 is actually expected value of x1 plus expected value of x2. So I use this property. So I can take expectation directly inside this summation. Now denote this equation 1. Denote this by equation 1 to find expected value of yi. Write the PMF of the PMF. PMF means probability mass function. PMF of yi is. So PMF is written like this: value of yi and its probability. Probability Pi. So yi means value of ith sample unit. Now, what are the all possible values that yi can take? So yi can take first population value or second population value, or yi may take last population value. So yi may take any one from this one. And what is the probability that yi will take y1? There are total n, population size is capital N. And from that, what is the probability that yi will take y1? So probability is 1 upon capital N. Here also probability is 1 upon capital N, because in every drop population size will remain same. So this is 1 upon n. So yi may take any one value with probability 1 upon n. Now we know expect if PMF is given, then how to find expected value of yi. To find expected value of yi, you know, we take summation yi into pi. Now pi will be constant, which is 1 upon n. So I can write outside this summation, and takes values y1, y2 up to yn. So I can write this as summation I is equal to 1 to capital N, capital yi. Alright. Now, this is your formula for population mean, y bar. So look at this equation number 1. We had found out expected value of yi, which is capital Y bar, put here. So after putting expected value of yi in equation number 1, then we get expected value of y bar is equal to 1 upon n. Put this value in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is 1 upon n summation I is equal to 1 to n. Expected value of y is y bar. Now, this y bar is constant with respect to this summation. So I can write this as n into y bar. Now n will get cancelled. So this is y bar. So expected value of small y bar is equal to capital Y bar. The meaning of this one is, this means sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. Alright. Now another part of this theorem is prove that n into y bar is unbiased estimator of population total. Means actually we have to consider n into y bar, and we have to show that this is equal to summation of yi. So second one, consider expected value of n into y bar. Now expected value of n into y bar. So in this case n is constant, so I can write n into expected value of small y bar. Now from this one, you know expected value of y bar is capital Y bar. So put here. So n into capital Y bar. So this is from 1. Now we know the capital Y bar, formula for capital Y bar is, in notations we had seen this one, 1 upon capital N summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Y. Now in this case n will gets cancelled, and this will be summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Y. So expected value of n into y bar is this one. So this means n into y bar is an unbiased estimator of population total. Alright. Now we are going to see one example. Example is a population consists of 3 farms. The yield in these farms are 86 kg, 78 kg and 90 kg. This means here capital N is 3 and y1 will be 86 kg, y2 will be 78 kg and y3, capital Y3 is 90 kg. These things are given. Draw all possible random samples of size 2. So this means small n is given, which is 2, and we have to draw from these 3 samples population of size 3, we have to draw two samples by SRSWR method and verify that sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. So, in SRSWR, all possible samples are n raised to n. So n raised to n means 3 square, and 3 square will be 9. Now we will going to write one table where in that table first column is of sample number, second column is of sample observations, and third column is of sample mean, which is y bar. Now first possible sample, we have to write all possible samples here. So there are 9 possible samples. So first possible sample is, I have to draw 2 samples from these 3 samples by SRS WR. So the first possible samples may be this one, 86, 86. Means I draw one sample which is 86, again 86 make it. So sample mean, this sample mean is obtained by 1 upon 2 and summation of small y, means 86 plus 86 by 2. This will be 86. Now second possible sample is 86, 78. So 86, 78. And mean of this 2 is 86 plus 78 divided by 2 is 82. Third sample may be 86, 90. And the mean of this 2 is 86 plus 90 by 2 will be 88. Now fourth possible sample will be 78, 86. And its mean will be 82. 78 plus 86 by 2. Now fifth possible sample is 78, 78. So here repetition is there because we will going to replace the sample. So 78 plus 78, its mean will be 78. Sixth possible sample will be 78, 90. And its mean is 84. Seventh possible sample is 90, 86. And its mean is 88. Eighth one possible sample will be 90, 78, and 90 plus 78 divided by 2 will be 84. And last possible sample will be 90, 90. And its mean is 90. So these are 9 possible samples. So from these 3, if we want to draw any 2 samples, then this will be among these 9 samples. So anyone among these 9 samples. Now we want to prove in example, they were verify that whether sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. So actually we want to prove expected value of small y bar is equal to y bar. We want to prove this. So to prove this, consider expected value of small y bar. Now expected value of small y bar. Now what is my expectation? Actually expectation means average of all y bar values. So expectation means actually average. So average of all y bar values. And y bar means sample means. So we have to take average of all these sample means. So how to take average? So to take average of these 9 values will be 1 upon 9 into addition of these 9 observations. So this will be 1 upon 9 into 86 plus second one is 82, 88, 82, 82, 88, 82, 78, 84, 88 plus 84 plus 90. Now, if we add this, then this is 762 divided by 9. So, which is equal to, if we divide this by 9, then this will be 84.6667. Denote this by equation number 1. Now consider capital Y bar, because we have to show expected, whether expected value of small y bar equal to capital Y bar. So consider capital Y bar means population mean, and population mean is obtained by 1 upon n summation I is equal to 1 to capital N capital Y. So this is equal to, here capital N is 3. So this is 1 upon n, 1 upon 3 summation I is equal to 1 to 3 yi. Now this means 1 upon 3 y1 plus y2 plus y3. And you know y1 is 86, y2 is 78 and y3 is 90. So put here. So this will be 1 upon 3 86 plus 78 plus 90. So this will be again 254 divided by 3, and this will be, if we divide this by 3, then this will be 84.6667. So from equation number 1 and 2, both values are same, which is 84.6667. So from 1 and 2, we can say expected value of small y bar is equal to capital Y bar. And what is mean by this one? This means sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean.